Welcome
Welcome,
to Shade in
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nellz.
And today we are here to do our review of The Life That Comes After the Lockup. I got it right this time. Season 5, Episode 18, Deleted But Not Forgotten.
You know, with this, I really thought that it was going to have something to do with Joy, but I'm confused.
No, was deleted. They're talking about Chance and Taylor and him deleting all his messages, the 100-something messages.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
he
that's.
was clearly on top of it, though. He ain't sit there at one time and just delete them all. He made sure when he got a message, he deleted it right away. I mean, now, you got to give him his props for,
Yeah,
he
but
just
trying to
forgot,
clean it up, but
he just forgot that one question mark.
right. But yeah, y'all. So if you haven't already, Shade Squad and all of our new viewers, because we are growing and we love it. So let's
Thanks
continue
to
to grow and
y'all.
glow. And if you joined us a couple times and you haven't hit that subscribe button, just go ahead and do it. It's free 99.
Basically.
But yeah, y'all. So please hit that like button.
And a subscribe button. You know you
And
just need.
y'all, let's get into it. Because it's a lot to get into. And I don't know why I have Chevelle and Quaylon. This is
I was so happy about it.
anyway. But yeah, let's get into it and let's get shady. I keep calling him Quaylon. Quaylon. I keep
Quaylen.
calling him Quaylon. Jesus.
Because it's LON, I guess.
Yes. But anyway, so Chevelle's talking to her daughter about the wedding. Mylie does not really seem happy about their upcoming nuptials. She's not interested in seeing them kiss.
She
And
said I will pay you $20 if I ain't got to go.
and basically, and when Chevelle asked her how she feels about Quaylen being her stepdad, she's not crazy about that idea either. And I was just like, so I guess me and y'all can jump in the chat, tell me your thoughts. For me, as a parent myself, that would have been a red flag. I don't know if I would be rushing down the aisle with this man, especially if my daughter. Now, granted, they do things together. She likes him, but I think she likes him in the capacity that he's in right now. Because as Chevelle lets us know, she kind of really doesn't trust him either. Because they've been on and off, and he done played her, and she's been around for it. So, you know, that takes some time, and I think they might be moving too fast for this little girl, and nobody's really considering that. So,
And she's just making up all types of excuses as to what
right.
it could be.
And so then she, Quaylin and her are supposed to be cooking, and then he brings up the adoption situation, and how she's having second thoughts after her conversation with Mylie, and she really just don't want to contact her dad, which I think Chanel made a point to reference last review. And so he gets upset and tells her she needs to call, and if she doesn't, he will. And so she's like, I don't want to tell him that. Mylie's like, I'm not really feeling him that tough that y'all think I am. And he says, all right, well, I'll take care of it. And, she can worry about the wedding. So she tells him that, that's between him and her, which is valid. And he doesn't agree. And, he's like, I'm the one taking care of this little girl. I'm the one doing this. And so he's like, this really got me rethinking things. And yeah, basically, if they ended the season and they weren't married, I would not be surprised. And I don't think that necessarily would be a bad thing.
Well, he feel like they about to be a family, and she's like, "Well, we ain't married yet." He said, "We can stay that way."
Right.
But, well, we know. Look, we know she can't have that.
Right. Then we get Nellz's favorite. Would you have rode in that limo?
Grace. Why do you do this?
I'm just saying.
You're always asking questions you know the answer to. First of all, I wouldn't be in none of that situation, period. I wouldn't be with Chance. Okay.
Is it just
Um,
you? Don't get me
huh?
wrong.
You said what?
I'll let you get into it and then I'll ask some questions. I always got some questions. Go ahead.
And she know the answers, trust me. So Chance updated Taylor on what happened with Bobo and let her know that, you know, they're good. He borrowed the money from Zach and he's gonna work it off. So he also told her that he wanted to be more romantic. And after, you know, after all that he's put her through, she deserves it. So he took her outside to surprise her with a limo ride in this old ass limo, you know, the one that he was trying to invest in. And that, you know,
So this is also romantic and manipulative at the same time.
um, now they were being chauffeured around and to some place called Chuck-a-Burger.
Now, can I ask my question?
What's your question, Trace?
How you trying to be romantic and you trying to take me somewhere and you let me leave the house looking like that? And based on how he looked, and it's supposed to be romantic and cute. I mean, but then I guess because of the state of the limo, I couldn't expect much, but even still. And
This
then
is
you take me to Chuck-a-Burger.
this is why. Well, I guess it had to somewhat be planned, I guess.
But
But
could they just not have been improperly dressed in like some shirts that fit?
and then
And
you could even take me to a place where I can sit in. We sitting in the back of the trunk.
we can't even sit in the back of that limo and eat because he ain't pay for it.
Why this
He ain't
place?
paid a cleaning fee.
The place don't even got tables for you to sit down. Well, anyways,
Anytime you took me anywhere that was chucking a burger.
then they ordered, you know, their burgers and onion rings. He let her know that he doesn't want, I'm sorry, that he doesn't have anything to hide, and he doesn't want her worried about things popping up from his past. And you know, this situation with Bobo was a really big rude awakening for him. Okay, so apparently she made a call to production because she kicked Chance's ass out. She said that, you know, he had worked all day, and when he came home, the first thing he wanted to do was go through her phone. So she's like, all right, cool, let's swap phones. It's giving, sir. I don't know what the hell it was giving. It was giving, I cleaned out my phone and now I want to start an argument with you so I can go out and do whatever the hell I want to do.
No, yeah, that's
Then she saw that there was a like question mark text from a number that wasn't saved. So he got defensive and asked, you know, when she asked about it, she pulled up her phone bill, went through the call log and saw that there were 171 texts between the two of them that day, in one day. Okay. Now this man
who
claims
it was for me.
Hmm?
I said it was who it was for me.
This man claims that he thought it was, you know, her trying to catfish him. So he says that he played along. Boy, bye. Taylor said that, you know, she basically told him to give me your phone, or I'm packing your shit. So he said, well, it's in the bathroom. She went in the bathroom and checked, and it was in the toilet. And she feels like it's because he had something big to hide. And clearly he did. It wasn't what she was expecting. She said that she called the number. She was expecting it to be a woman because she's been down this road before. But it
Right.
was a guy who lives in their town, known as the town hoe.
Who?
She says it was super unexpected. Okay. She knew, you know, she may have to worry about women, but she definitely didn't expect to have to worry about men. So he calls her, you know, playing it all cool, talking about how he needs to come get the rest of his stuff. And she's basically going to allow it because apparently he accidentally took her laptop. He says that he downloaded all the stuff off her laptop and she's dirty and he hopes that she catches something. She was like, the nerve of you basically out here being a hoe, talking about, oh. And then she let it be known that she knew that he had a little boyfriend. I mean, girl, he was locked up. He was locked up, child.
Mm. We actually get into Nell's favorite. Um, I'm still on the fence. I'm twerking on the fence with them. Now, Justine and Michael, um, you know, if y'all haven't realized anything about me, I'm really, I can't stand to see bad parenting or just, things of that nature on this show. And
Oh,
so
on this show, because you know I was about to get in that ass.
he's stupid. So we're gonna get into how Justine and Michael are spending their last day in Rhode Island. They're having breakfast with the family. Nice Dominican, American mixed breakfast. Anyway, so Justine starts to get emotional because she's worried about telling the family that they plan to move to Vegas and she's going to take him away from all of his kids. So, Michael drops the bomb and the room goes silent. Justine explains that, there are benefits to them moving, and his youngest daughter, Nova, gets super emotional. His mother believes this is all happening too fast. Justine's mom, I believe her name was Sherry, questions whether they thought about the kids' mental well-being, as all the kids are just in tears.
I thought it was cute when Mason said, well, can I go? It's like,
And so, yeah, he got to tell him, yeah, I got to talk to your mom. And they're like, well, have you talked to any of the mothers of your children about this? No.
they
So,
told no visitation plans, no nothing.
right. You're climbing right up there with Joy. Anyway, so, he admits that he ain't said nothing, and he says maybe we can fly them in once a month, or I will fly out
No,
once.
I think it was both. They fly in once a month and he flies to them once a month. So they'll see each other every other week.
Okay. Everybody is very emotional as they prepare to leave. Michael and Justine are packing when he gets a call from his parole officer. He wants to talk to him about some things. So apparently he has a state and a federal, and I guess they both need to agree to his move. And then he gets there and learns that he didn't have the paper that he needed signed to have his transfer. So he says it can take anywhere from 30 to 90 days, and they can't move, as Justine's at the house packing up boxes, big and pregnant, ready
But
to,
they're supposed to move in like a week.
and she has to have this baby, and she's planning on having it in Vegas and scheduling a C-section, but she's still in Rhode Island. And so she even calls him on the way home, and he pulls over and he acts like everything is great. Nothing's wrong. And then he gets off the phone and he's like, well, I can't bear to tell her. And, basically, but he does it. One thing I will give him, the only thing, because I was really mad at them this whole, both of their scenes. But the one thing, he did take accountability, and he realizes that it is his mistake and he messed up. And, he's going to have to let her down. But I like the fact that he wasn't blaming anybody else or he's like, yeah, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I could have called. I could have, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I give him kudos for that, but everything else, I'm like, piss poor parenting. But go ahead.
Louis actually is on his way to a job interview at a gym that he applied for as a personal trainer.
I felt bad for Louis this scene.
I was actually excited for him in the beginning. I was like, that's dope. Okay, he already got an interview. Um, he's super excited, but things kind of went downhill when he got there and spoke with the gym owner. And told him about his felony where he served 10 years for robbery. And basically it was due to drugs. So he basically told him that, he thinks that he's trustworthy, but he doesn't trust H. And he said, whether or not, you get the job, I hope you stay away from it.
Right.
It was giving, you're definitely not getting the job.
Yeah, that's what
But when he got back to the car, he said that he takes full responsibility for what he did, but that's not him anymore. And it just sucks that, he's being judged off of someone that he used to be. Somebody that he used to
love, and it didn't have to guide me on. I'm sorry.
know. So then Louis got in from the interview. He said that he thinks that it went well, but of course, the drug thing came up. And Melissa feels like, okay, well, then it was a waste of freaking time. You got me here slaving and trying to get ready for this housewarming while you out here wasting time and could have been here helping me. Now, when her family got there, Mike kind of got in her ass about calling it a waste of time and let her know that, he's got to start somewhere. And he's only been here for 2 days and already has an interview and told her that no matter what he does, it will never be good enough. So, boom, getting her ass. Okay. Then
I did like that though, that somebody else was like, yeah, you are being kind of extra on him.
when Donna got there, she doubled down on that, okay, and says, basically it's going to take some time because of his background. You got to be patient, girl. So her sister pulled Donna to the side because, she knows all about the relationship from Melissa. And let her know, everything that happened with, what she dealt with and, her drug addict ex or whatever,
Right.
in her life. And Donna said that, that she had no idea that Louis was using until one day he seized on the floor and she called the police and she didn't even know then that it was as bad as it was, which made her sister feel like um,
She can't trust him because he's an addict.
she was like, okay, so he needed to go to prison in order to get clean. And she let Donna know that she doesn't trust Louis as a person and she will never trust an addict. Her sister also let Donna know that she has Louis on a pedestal when he's done all these things and says that her sister is way better than that. So, I felt like Donna kept her cool a little bit,
Oh yeah.
but then her dad told Donna if he does anything to Melissa, he's 75. He ain't got a problem going to jail. Like I'm almost out of here. So and still had his back at the table with him, going over to his daughter's house. That
Hey.
little old man, he ain't playing no games. So then Donna told, basically said that if Melissa breaks Louis's heart, she gonna have to come. Basically, she ain't gonna be the one to come, but she better not turn around because she gonna have somebody else on that ass. So then her dad went
Her
outside.
crazy friend,
What crazy friend?
the one that got the hots for Louis, the one that Donna hang out with her grandma and she out here hanging out with Donna.
So you might be right because she looked like she ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
So then her dad went outside for a smoke. Donna followed him and told him, she thinks that they got off to a wrong start. And she explained that, Louis is the only one that she got. And she's got to get used to him not being there with her, not being in jail. And she basically missed out on 10 years of his life. So she asked him to keep an eye out for him. And he said he definitely will, that they're family. So Louis went to check in with the daddy, okay, to make sure the conversation was cool. And he reassured him everything went well and tells Louis that he thinks that he'll be just fine. But if he does need any help, he's been out here in these streets before. He's like, come see me, come talk to me.
Right.
If you do anything, okay? So then Donna pulled Louis to the side after everybody left, gave him a gift, and she starts getting super emotional, talking about how this is the hardest day ever.
Right.
She also spoke to Melissa and said, basically, take care of my son the way I did. Lady, anybody gonna take care of your son the way you did.
Right.
Okay. Basically, Melissa promised her that she will. And then let her know that she didn't ever want to, fight with her as much as she did. But she's never been in a situation before with a mama's boy. Okay. And she also didn't know where she stood. But in reality, she said that she was counting days for this woman to leave. And she feels like Donna has tricks up her sleeves and she's just waiting for the day this lady pops back up unannounced, knocking at their door.
When she said I'll sell my house, and if you just call me, I'll sell my house and leave Georgia, I believe that. I believe that 10 toes down.
I think she would do it without him calling her. Something's wrong.
Possibly. Then we jump into Lindsey and Blaine. Can I say I was so here for Mylie Grace reading her down?
You know what it was given? If he wanted to, he would.
Yes.
That's what it was given.
Lord. So Lindsey is talking to Mylie Grace. She plans to reveal the news that her and Blaine are engaged, but she beating around the bush. She tells her she asked Blaine to marry her. Mylie Grace questions, well, why would you do that? Well, how does that make sense? So Lindsey tells her that he was taking too long. And so Mylie responds, so are you sure that this is what you're supposed to be doing? If he didn't do it, then maybe it didn't need to be done. And so, and like Nellz,
I think Mylie is under the impression since he didn't do it like on his own that
right.
he doesn't want to.
So then Lindsey says that she doesn't care about traditions and says that they're not normal. And so she's like, I'm 30 and I'm just ready for a more traditional family unit and I'm just tired of being a girlfriend. And so Mylie says, well, so you're just settling. I said, whoo, girl. Then Lindsey's rebuttal is Blaine has been with her since she's been out and been sober, and she doesn't want to find out what life might be like without him. So Mylie tells her she thinks that she can do better. And this makes Lindsey a little bit angry, honestly. Mylie asks her how soon they plan to get married and ask if, are you pregnant? Is that why you're doing this?
Valid questions.
Woo! This is what happens when your kids are a little resentful towards you. They pop some shit. So Mylie then tells her that, she got a lot of things to do if she plans to get married soon. And so then Lindsey goes and runs to Blaine and, wants to talk about dress shopping. And Blaine thinks that she's moving a little fast. And she's like, she wants to get married in white, not in orange. Okay. So then she tells Blaine that she wants a ring. And he says he doesn't, basically the funds ain't funding like that. And he was like, I don't want to get
Little rinky dink
like red got joy.
Joy.
Right. And it'll turn your finger green. And he says that it was always his intention to, marry her, but he believes that, they need to have other conversations. So then he asked if they're, since they moving so fast, can we talk about working on a baby that fast? Which this whole time I'm thinking he was going to have a conversation with her about, you about to go to jail. But instead, he talking about making a baby and she might go to jail. Like, make it make sense, people. So either the storyline is bad and not really going to jail, or y'all just really stupid and y'all just making poor decisions. I want to believe it's a hole in the storyline.
I think
basically she not gonna go to jail is what they telling us.
I'm gonna go with option 2 for 200.
Anyway, and so then this is when Lindsey reveals to us that she's not really interested in talking about a baby because she don't want to have a baby in jail. But then she goes to the OBGYN. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say.
What?
And they want to look at her IUD. I didn't want to be all up in her cooter like that, strings and things. It was too much. She just want to make sure it's still there and admit she's kind of been avoiding sex because she doesn't want Blaine to know that she got it in, and then she doesn't plan on telling Blaine and doesn't want to argue about it. And I said, well.
She said, because it ain't going nowhere. We ain't having no kids. Not around him.
So you think she means that at all, or just not right now until she knows what's going to happen? Because that's how I took that. You think she means not at all? But when she said she's 30 and
that's what I was just about to get to. When she said she's 30.
6 years. I said, oh, so you're not planning on having at least 36, 37 then.
To me, it's given not at all.
Mm.
I don't listen for me. Look, I feel it. Look, I got my kids. You got your kid. What? We don't need to make one together. We good the way it is.
You want this man to hold you down for 30 years, but you don't want to give him a baby.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all of it doesn't make sense. Bad decisions, but well, y'all, thank you for tuning into another review of the Life After the Lockup. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
You subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and IG. And as Nellz said, yes, bottom of the screen, you'll see our Cash App. Make it rain on us. Happy New Year. And yeah, y'all, let's keep growing and glowing.
Look, even if it's a little funky $2.
It's okay. We like it.
Look, we trying to get this merch out here.
Look, I'm trying to get studios upgraded. But anyway, so yeah, y'all, we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. And we will catch you next week for another review of Life After the Lockup. Have a good night. Bye-bye. And a great week, by the way. Because it'll be Monday. So yeah, have a great week.